Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you are watching this video, make sure that you hit the like button. That actually lets me know and YouTube know that you enjoyed either the conversation or the content that was covered today. Now, before I get into this video, my condolences goes out to Sonia Massie and her family. Sonia was tragically killed by the deputy that you see in the picture, right? So the guy is Sean Grayson. He has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Ms. Massie actually called the police department around 1:21. There was 2 deputies that came to the residence. One of them decided to come into the house, and that's how Ms. Massie was tragically killed. We've covered these things before, and this is not to diminish anything that we've talked about, but I have told you all that I think it's extremely important for people that respond to burglary incidents, that responds to homes, should be some of your best people that you have on the department. They should have been tested in different instances, because what I'm starting to see is that these people are scared. They have no training, proper training that should have them in any escalated situations. We've seen this happen several times. These officers, they come to these spots and the first thing that they're doing is they're trigger happy. Like the cop that you seen that had an acorn and hit the top of a truck, and he got up shooting, thinking that somebody was shooting at him just by a nut hitting the top of the truck that he was in. So these people are just trigger happy. They're scared. They don't even know how to handle hostile situations. This lady is calling because she thinks she has an intruder, and she ends up dying. And we've seen this repeated cycle over and over and over again. And, he's been fired. He's been charged. But this young lady leaves back a family, kids, all because of her being scared and calling people that are being paid, and we're using our tax dollars to pay for these people to come into a house only for her to die due to them not being properly trained or just trigger happy approaching the scene. Check out the video.
Sonia Massie's legal team and community leaders spoke out about Sonia's death for the first time just minutes after watching body camera footage of her shooting death.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was shocking. And it hurts to watch.
Paul Grinke, an attorney with Ben Crump's office, said he was appalled at what he saw. The public will have the chance to see the video Monday morning. But Springfield NAACP President Austin Randolph says until then, the public should respect the family's need to process what they saw.
We need people to not talk about things that they are not sure about. We won't and we will not jeopardize this case. Be fair, be understanding, and be aware of what needs to happen.
Ken Page, president of the Springfield ACLU, says Massie's family and support system are thankful the community has rallied around them. They're calling for continued peaceful protests.
We want the community to understand that once everything is released, to continue the peaceful protest and to continue to demand justice.
NAACP President Teresa Haley said that with the arrest of ex-deputy Sean Grayson, the wheels of justice are starting to turn, and the Massie family will need the community's continued support.
We want to ask Springfield to remain prayerful and to remain peaceful. We want to thank you for all of the peaceful protests that you've done thus far, but to remember to trust God and let the process do what it needs to do.
In Springfield, Hannah Flahan.
I can always respect a family that will come out and say, look, don't tear up the city, don't protest, and if you're going to protest, we appreciate you doing it peacefully. I can't necessarily say, knock on wood, that I hope that nobody around me is ever impacted like this, that my family or my circle would be peaceful about anything that would occur if something like that were to happen to my people, their people. I just couldn't say that, but can salute and respect the family, because just over time, you will always see that it no longer becomes about the justice for the situation. It becomes about the things that are occurring in the community. Now, I can't say that I disagree with people going out and protesting however they would like to, but I do appreciate when communities actually come together and say, we're going to respect the family's well wishes, especially if you feel as if that there is justice going in the right way. Now, the officer that was fired and that is charged, he actually pleaded not guilty. We've seen this before, but now as we see how it goes into a trial and we see exactly what comes from it, then from there we will see actually how Springfield responds and the community. Hopefully that justice is served for Miss Massie. And again, my condolences goes out to her family, her kids. I just couldn't imagine, losing a mother in such a tragic way. Grieving is hard enough, but knowing that somebody was innocent and your family was taken away from you just for a phone call is mind-boggling. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, long live CC. I'm out.